The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking us up with new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code NBA SGPN. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no the voice, no guy. It's me, really real, villain real, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. I love the W. Where the impossible, not even impossible, just unlikely. The most unlikely happens. Down 20 in the third. No lead is safe. No lead is safe. Scott Reichel. Scott, what's going on? Hey, our journey with the theme music and AI selections of what they give us took an interesting turn to start the show.
Scotty, beat me up.
Surprise.
Yeah, once again, I just hit one button, and then whatever music happens. I don't actually control the tunes behind the scenes.
We're just rolling along.
Apparently that was chill. It's always chill. It's just a matter of what's going to pop up. Yeah,
I just don't think I would be playing that for like chill. But like chill for me is like smooth R&B, jazz type of feel. Felt like that was like a.
You're gonna have to blame the robots on that one.
Yeah,
I just hit the top button. Chill's at the top, so I just click that one every time. So that's kind of how it goes.
I'm into it. Now I'm into the themes, and I'm listening to hear what we get each time.
One of these days I'll switch it up just to keep it interesting. But
oh wow.
Yeah, why not? Overall, not a great episode for me. Unfortunately, I did have the Lynx alt spread, and I don't know what that second half was, but they fell apart.
It was a 20-point lead that killed killed the dog. 20-point lead in the third quarter. It just absolutely disintegrated at home, a place where they've been so good in finishing games and just putting teams away at home all season. And we saw it in the Storm game, and they showed shades of that again. Like they just lost focus.
Yeah, pretty much. You saw Coach Reeves kind of bench some of the starters. It felt like that kind of killed the actual momentum they had. I understand why she benched the starters. You're up 20 and you want to keep your players rested. But at the same point, playoff basketball, you kind of got to make sure that you give the other team no chance of coming back. And I don't know. It felt like Minnesota thought they had the game in the bag. They just lacked the intensity they needed.
It was that 10-0 run. Once they got that 10-0 run and it was down to 10, it was like, oh, well, they just hung around, chipped away, and then just pick and chose and got their moments. Turnovers came in the right moment. And Sammy Wickham with the great play to send it into overtime. I saw the first one. I'm like, oh, she missed it. They got the rebound. She took another one. I'm like, oh, all right, there we go. Like that. She's gonna kill it.
Yeah, pretty much. And shout out to a co-defensive player of the year for jumping on that pump fake to set up the wide open three-pointer to tie the game there at the end of regulation. But I do think that Whitcomb, of course, hit the big shot after airballing in the same possession. So nice job by her mentally bouncing back to hit that shot. But yeah, Minnesota got too complacent. They thought they had the game in the bag, thought they were up 2-0 against a team that they've owned in this building, and they basically stopped trying. And Phoenix, props to them, didn't give up. They hung in there, got the job done. Overtime came around, and they kind of dominated overtime. But look, at the end of the day, people are going to point to a couple of moments. I'm not going to blame the entire thing, obviously, on Fee's missed shot at the end. Mm-hmm. But damn, Fee, you got a good look at the end in regulation. I kind of wish you knocked that down. But either way, we have two competitive series now. Both are tied 1-1. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of Phoenix, have you been following along?
Are you talking about the Mercury or Devin Booker?
The Mercury. With Mercury.
Oh, no. Oh, you mean, well, okay, I don't know where you're going with this because they have a massive scandal going on involving the Suns and the Mercury. Is that where you're going with this? Or sticking with basketball?
Oh, no. It's just the
There's a lot of different things to talk about for the entire combo franchise. That's why I'm asking. Gosh, I don't know where you're going with this.
The beef between Mercury fans and the Jonas Brothers is very real
see,
right
that
now.
is not where I thought you were going with this. Yeah, I'm aware of that too. But yeah,
very real beef between Mercury fans and the Jonas Brothers right now. Because
how did that get started anyway?
so the Jonas Brothers had a concert that was during is it game 3 or game 4? It's one of the two games.
Okay.
But because the Mercury made it to the next round, the concert, I don't know if they thought that the Liberty were just good champions, they were going to knock them out or something. But like now the concert is, I think it's moved to somewhere else or even just rescheduled overall.
Okay, so unlike the Valkyries, they actually moved the concert.
And that's also something that I had beef with, because why was this not afforded to the Valkyries? But that's neither here nor there. It already happened. But so the Jonas Brothers fans are like, oh, I didn't know that the WNBA even had an audience. Nobody bees at their games anyway.
Yeah, and then Mercury,
now,
I saw the height comparisons between the Jonas Brothers and the main options on Phoenix.
So
I didn't know how it got started.
The most recent offer has been if Nick Jonas can score on AT, then they can have the venue for their concert. And they went down and broke down the heights between the Jonas Brothers and the big three for this for the Phoenix Mercury. And Jesus Christ, I didn't understand. I didn't know how short the Jonas Brothers were. Like, this is actually ridiculous.
The singing and musicians definitely can't play basketball.
Like, you can't play basketball. You can't even live life at some of these heights. I'm sorry for those who are vertically height challenged, but they're not one of them is 6 feet. Not one of them is 6 foot.
I gotta start using that. Vertically height challenged. That's not bad. I don't know if you just came up with that. That's not bad.
Joe is 5'7", Nick is 5'6", and Kevin is the tallest at 5'9".
I'm assuming your approach, if you actually were to set foot on a court with somebody taller than you, you just jack up a long shot and hope it goes in? Yeah, like what else?
Hope it goes in. No, Ka, AT, and Satu are killing them. I thought that it was hilarious, and I mean, this is a real beef between Mercury fans and Jonas Brothers fans right now. Like, it's going on the interwebs. I really recommend everybody just go. Clearly, if you're not a fan, I'm not a fan of either, but like, it is very hilarious to go see the beef that is going on. Like, it's literally jabs here or there. Why the Jonas Brothers are even having a tour in 2025, I have no idea.
I don't know. But, all right. Well, at least we found out in Phoenix basketball comes first.
Yep. Shout out to Phoenix.
I took your initial question in a different
Wait, what was the other thing?
With the ISHPIA contract stuff to employers to make it harder for them to sue for sexual assault.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was a whole separate concern there, which I'm assuming that's not what you were initially referring to, but that's what first came to my mind.
Oh no.
They added some, like, I don't know if it was fully NDAs or not, but they had some clauses in there to make it harder for employees to sue for, like, sexual assault. Like, it's scummy. It's very, very scummy, but that's a whole separate thing. So there you go. If you didn't know that, you can look into it, but that's a whole separate concern.
Phoenix, crazy place to live right now. It's a lot of things going on in Phoenix. All right, check out SGPN in App Store, Google Play Store, wherever you get your app store. Easy access to all of our picks and podcasts and props. You can go get that over there in the SGPN app, wherever you get your apps in App Store. All right, Scott. Let's see here. First game up on the docket for Friday. Tomorrow, Friday, we've got the Las Vegas Aces on the road going to play Indiana Fever in Game 3 of the semifinals in WNBA. Aces laying 4.5 on the road. 162.5 is the total. This is dropping. Interesting. I mean, I kind of get it, but I have a different viewpoint on that. All right. Aces knotted up 1-1 in very dominant fashion. Comically dominant at points, actually.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
So, shout out to, by the way, the other person who ruined my lock and dog plays. Lexi's questionable with the back injury. And says, you know what, I'm taking 15 shots.
She was shooting them, and
I mean, first possession of the game, she drains a 3. I'm like, all right, this is just over at this point.
Yeah.
And then she ended up taking 15 shots. So, yeah, it really comes down to, one, how much you buy into home court, potentially making up a serious roster differential, because the Aces are clearly the better team. Now, the issue that the Fever run into, which we addressed going into the series, if they can somewhat neutralize Kelsey and not let her go for 30, I don't know how this team's going to score. And we saw that in game 2 because Kelsey had an okay game, nothing that was amazing, because the Aces created an entire defensive game plan to limit her going crazy. We don't know why they didn't do that in game 1 because we thought that was obvious, but Becky made some adjustments, and shocker, the supporting cast for the Fever is not very good. So it really comes down to that. We talked about it. If you want to take the Fever, parlay that with Kelsey having a monster game, because the only way that they can win. I'll go Aces in this game. I understand that the home court is impressive for Indiana. It's the biggest game in franchise history in a long, long time. Having said that, do I think they can match up player by player? No. And you're looking at Boston, who's been getting destroyed by Asia the entire series, if we're being honest here. I think Boston's been a non-factor.
I mean, when and the only time she really gets up on her is when they don't call the foul.
Pretty much. I mean, that's the separate question is you have the officiating. Props to Coach White. You're playing the angle that you have to play. Get the officials on your side. You have to at least try. We've seen many coaches in the NBA, WNBA do that because you're out of moves. I don't know what other moves you have. If you're not as talented as the other team, you got to hope that the referees balance it out. So we'll see if the Asia whistle's non-existent. We'll see what happens in this game. But in reality, if Boston's going to get destroyed by Asia every time, and you can limit Mitchell from going crazy, what other moves do the Fever have? You have Lexi Hall taking 15 shots. That is not a recipe for success. So I got the Aces. I see Helms mentioning gentlewoman sweep. That's what we called earlier in the series. God. We didn't call the exact same script of the Fever winning game 1 on the road. But if I told you that the Fever don't win another game in the series because they can't score, I think you could see that. Because unless Kelsey goes crazy or unless the supporting cast goes nuts from the outside, they're just outmatched. So I'll go with the Aces minus 4.5.
I agree wholeheartedly. I do think the supporting cast does go crazy in this game, though.
Okay.
I don't think it matters, though. The Aces are the number 1 offensive rated team in the playoffs. I think the Aces are walking into 90 regardless today. Honestly, like I think that is just overwhelming at one point for Steph White's defense. They pick and choose, they get their moments, but it's again, if they don't have the refs on their side and they're calling the Aaliyah Boston fouls under the rim that are clearly fouls.
Yeah, clearly.
But she's got to do whatever you can. It's a lot of work to guard Asia Wilson.
Once again, there are a lot of people in the league, pretty much everybody, who cannot guard her. But at the same point, for a former number 1 pick, Boston's got to play better. Just simply put. I think both can be true.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if – I really wouldn't. I'm not going to bet it. I swear I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the random Aaliyah Boston go-off game. And if I can't slow her down, I'm going to go and match her with my 25. Would not be surprised.
I mean, they need one. Clock's ticking. They could use one.
Do not go bet that. No. I'm just saying I wouldn't be. Do not run and go bet that.
Just saying, it's not a great sign, though, when your former number 1 pick in the draft is at a points projection of 13.5. That's probably not a good sign. She's got to step it up.
I think the whistle is going to be tight all night, and so both teams are going to the line a bunch. I don't think that they're going to be able to stop Kelsey Mitchell. She just needs somewhat reasonable output from everybody else. With that being said, I still think the Aces cover this line.
Yeah, so do I.
I think both things can be true. We get a little bit of scoring, more scoring on the Indiana side of the ball. Maybe it's a little bit of competitive, but this is 4.5. I think I can see an Aces win by 6 here. So
yeah, I agree. I do want to point out, though, that since Coach White spent so much time talking about the officiating, do you know how many more free throws the Aces had than the Fever? A reminder, they won by 22. Do you know how many more free throws the Aces had than the Fever?
Well, how you worded it, I'm going to say 2.
They had 6 more free throw attempts.
Okay.
She's acting like it was 30. You lost by 20-plus points. I'm not blaming the officiating for why you lost the game. You could argue that it ruined the flow. Sure, the Aces shot roughly 54% from the floor and 41% from three. You lost for other reasons. It was not just officiating. I get what you're trying to do, but you need a bigger differential than 6 when you lose by 20-plus points. I mean, I feel like complaining about officiating is reserved when there's at least a double-digit disparity for attempts. 6? Really? You kind of thought it'd be more the way she was talking about it in the post-game press conference.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
All right. I'm on over. You're on...
I'm going to be on the over as well.
Okay.
I see being brought up in the comment section by dropping dimes, the only way that the Fever can win is if they push the pace. We've been saying this. We know that they play faster at home. Defensively, I don't think they got a chance. They just got to try to outscore the Aces. So you mentioned before the Aces' offensive rating in the postseason has been insanely high. I don't see that changing in this one. So give me the over in this one. Hopefully Indiana can get to at least 70 and change. We're picking the Aces to get to 80 and change, so I like the over in the game.
All right, player props. Mal said in the chat, Odyssey's had 16, 17 the last 2.
She's been more aggressive. They need somebody to step up.
Hey, man. She's had 16, 17, 18. Last 3 games in the playoffs. Like I said, need somebody else to step up. Odyssey plays well when the pace is picked up, man. Like all those times in Dallas, and she's playing alongside Enrique, and they're running up and down the floor, giddying up like that. Odyssey, and we got to add, Dana Evans is still on the other side of the ball, and it's just rage, just red eyes rage when she sees Dana Evans on the other side of the court, and that's been an angle. It's been a really good angle. So yeah, Odyssey Sims over on the points.
Do you have anything else you want to take?
Let's see. Oh well, Asia, duh.
Okay.
Play the points and rebounds today. They got to work and keep AB off the glass, but
points and rebounds are set at 35.5.
Yeah, that's good. I could see. Well, I think she gets to 30 today, honestly, or tomorrow. I think she gets to 30. I think this is the one. Like, if there's any reason that the Aces offense is not clicking on all cylinders, it's not going to be because of her. I think this. And did you see what she wore last game?
I did not.
Sweats, tank top, sweats and tank top.
We're not messing around.
We're not considering our appearance at all. There's no time to sit here and think about our appearance. We have a game to win. I think she's going off. In Indiana, I think she's going off. And didn't she have a big game in Indiana earlier this season?
I mean, she has a big game against everybody, so probably.
Let me see. I'm going to pull that back up.
I can look
at it. 29.
Yeah.
29 this season.
Her points, by the way, are at 25.5, if you wanted to go for that instead.
There we go. What else? What you like?
Do I think Aaliyah actually shows up today?
Nope.
I mean, that's really the question that I have.
I'm not betting. That's like
I'm not going to bet it either. That's kind of the point.
That's like putting a bet on DeWanna Bottle right now. Like, no, I already lost money. Earlier.
No, you gave it a shot. It didn't work out, so you're going to pull the plug. I get it.
Yeah, no. I'm really disappointed at the DB pick from last time, and so yeah, no. I want nothing to do with anybody that's just legit cold right now. Like, just can't do anything, and I just have no reason to believe that she's going to have the big game. But if she does, I just wouldn't be surprised. I swear I wouldn't.
Yeah, I'll actually throw out another play. Give me Chelsea Gray over 6.5 assists at plus 105. She has had at least 8 assists in 3 of the last 4 games as a whole. She had 10 last game. We think that the Fever can guard this team. So, and if we think Asia's going to go crazy, that's a lot of pick and rolls with your point guard. So I like Chelsea over 6.5 assists at plus 105. 10 last game. I think it's worth something.
I wonder if Becky's going to go back to Nalissa, because her and Nalissa have this kind of weird relationship where she gets super frustrated and pulls the plug on her. But then there's times where Nalissa just kind of wakes up and it just kind of all clicks, and then Becky just keeps going to her. She had 18 last game.
I mean, you basically just described the Warriors with Kuminga, but yeah, that's basically what just happened.
Yeah, and so I wonder if this is going to be the stretch of games where she's like, all right, let's go ahead. You got it. I agree again. I don't know. When Alyssa Smith starts going over her props, she goes over for a couple of games. It's not just like one-off instances.
It's a confidence thing. I mean, when it's rolling, she looks very good, but she can easily get in her own head, and the coaching staff's going to pull the plug if she starts letting some offensive struggles impact the defense. At least that's what I've noticed.
Okay.
So
I'm going with Alyssa over. Over 7.5 or over 12.5 PR. They do love her for the rebounding. I'm going to just go ahead. I'm going to sweat the 8 points. I'm just going to sweat the 8 points. It's a few buckets. Yeah, I'll just sweat the 8 points. This is a gut call. This is really a gut call. I saw it. I saw the moment where she was getting ready to pull Nalissa out the game and she was done with her. And then Alyssa Smith went on a run and she was like, all right, never mind. You're good. And so that was something that I thought about in that moment. I'm like, I really need to consider Alyssa Smith next game because she might be in this little mode where Becky's just like, all right, I'm cool with you. Go out there, go do it and hoop. Because they really do need the extra contribution. You saw what happened in game 1 where they didn't get the contribution from everybody else on the team. Yeah, give me Alyssa Smith over 7.5 points.
All right. I mean, it is a low number.
I had to talk myself into it.
Yeah, it's a low number. It's only 4 baskets.
Yeah. All right. Great talk, team. Great talk. Anything else here, Scott? What you got?
No, I think we're good. I'm not going to take Kelsey because they might game plan her out of it, so I'll pass on Kelsey.
Nah, I'm still going to take it.
I have to at least acknowledge her. I mean,
wait, what is it? What is it at? Wait, what is it at? Because
it's at 20.5.
Still, okay. I mean, how often does she really?
I mean, she didn't shoot well at all last game. She was 4 of 14, but she did take 23 shots in game 1, 14 in game 2. So some of it might come down to how much Kelsey's willing to force the issue in the game.
And it's that plus money. I'll take it, Scott. Give me the over 20.5. I'll play it. I will. She's too good. Everybody knows where the ball is going. Everybody knows where the ball is going. Still can't stop. All right. We're brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet every single sport, including the WNBA. Football season's back. NFL and college football have been rolling. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and get lightning fast payouts using cryptocurrency. Head over to MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus up to $500. For new customers, that's MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 when you use our promo code SGPN. All right. No, Natasha Howard actually is a pretty solid play. That double sounds interesting. They need to keep the aces off the glass. They really, really do. Also, I do agree Dana Evans props really should exist. I don't know why that isn't. Chat is moving today. Shout out to chat. All right. What we got going on here, Scott? Next game up in Phoenix. The beef between the Mercury fans and the Jonas Brothers was something that I didn't know I was going to get these playoffs, but I'm glad I did. I'm talking about there's hilarious memes on both sides of the ball here. Both teams are showing up. There's another playoff series going on in the comments, just so people know. All right. Minnesota Lynx on the road. Going to play the Phoenix Mercury. Mercury are laying 4. That's down 0.5 point. Total is at 158.5. That hasn't moved at all. Again, incredible resiliency has been shown in this series throughout the first 2 games.
You had to come back in both games by each team.
And dare I say, the Mercury's is more impressive. The fact it was 20 in the third on the
against
road.
a team that was 22-2 at home.
Jesus Christ. So I think they come out here and they throw a heavy punch to start the game, Scott.
They is in the Mercury?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the Mercury ride the momentum that they were just completely on for the whole second half of that game and in overtime. And they start out quick. They're actually a very fast starting team in the first half if you look at the numbers here. Over the course of the season, the Phoenix Mercury were, where are we at? Whoa, these are playoffs. Let's get out of that section. There we go. All right, Phoenix Mercury were 28-20-1, sporting a at-home record in the first half of 14-9-1. Really good as a home dog, Scott. 4-1-1 in the first half at home as a dog. I think that's where I want to start. I think
we're on the same page here.
The Mercury punched them in the mouth. Now, is it so? I really, really, really think Minnesota's going to win this series when it's all said and done. But is it cliche to say that we are going to have another big comeback in the second half here? Because I think we do.
Well, I'm going to ask you, though. Do you think there's a better chance that they steal back home court advantage in Game 3 or Game 4?
I think Game 3.
Okay, because we're picking Minnesota to win one of these next two games.
So, if Phoenix, they really, really found fire late in the half. If they carry that for the full game, but I just assume from last half and overtime to assuming that they are down that the Lynx are down in the first half of this game. Is Cheryl Reeve going to get her ass kicked by this Phoenix Mercury team that long? Like, are they going to figure it out in the second half of this game again? Because I'm committed myself to the Phoenix Mercury are going to get this done in the first half. I talked about the Mercury side of it. The Minnesota Lynx were horrible this season in the first half on the road. 3-17-2 over the course of the entire season in the first half on the road. They have, but somehow 9-12-1 on the spread. Still horrible, but there was a few of those games that they came and made it back up in the second half.
I think we're picking the exact same script in this game. I think that we are on the same page. Mercury early, Lynx late. That sounds like what we're on.
I'm not as committed to the Lynx late as I want to be, but I think that's what it is.
Instead of spread, you can go Lynx 1-10.
Yeah, that buys you some room. In terms of spread, I really want to take Phoenix +4 and say that the Lynx win a close game, but that is a narrow margin.
I mean, you can parlay that. You can go Lynx money line with the Mercury +4 if you wanted to do that.
I wonder what that pays. Probably not enough to make.
Probably not as high as you want it to be, but I can check.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I mean, what's the halftime full time? You could check that. What's the halftime full time for this game?
Yeah,
that sounds like
it's +550.
Yeah. There's no bet that could be out there that's going to be as good as that.
To be clear, by the way, that's Mercury first half, Lynx full game. +550.
All right. Well, I'm glad we're in agreement.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it's really tough when you have that big of a comeback win because you could argue that a momentum is going to carry over into the home game. On the other hand, though, the Lynx were up 20, and they clearly got complacent. Yep. So I don't know if
they took players out of the game.
Yeah, like they didn't bring Collier back until halfway through the fourth quarter. So I don't actually know if I can take much away from the Mercury solved this Lynx team as opposed to the Lynx just were up by so much they got bored and they already chalked it up as a win and they fumbled the game. But watching them play at full strength, the Lynx have been the better team by a decent margin.
Okay, so, I feel better about Minnesota -4 now.
I'm assuming you agree with me on that. They came back, but a big reason was because Reeves benched a lot of the starters.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see all the starters play 35-plus minutes in this game. They go full pivot, and they overplay all the starters. Who knows? But I think the Lynx win this game.
All right.
So I'll go Lynx 3.
You sold me more on the same side that I was already on, but was skeptical. But I do think that momentum carries on. The X factor is going to be absolutely rocking, and the beef with the Jonas Brothers is only going to make everybody else in that stadium everybody else in that arena go more crazy. So I really do. I like Phoenix first half. I do think Phoenix gets it done. Phoenix first half +2. But yeah, I'm on Minnesota for the game, man. I think Minnesota's going to have another comeback in them. So if you want to wait and try to get a better live number on Minnesota, I think that the opportunity is going to be there. And I think Minnesota's going to be able to do it. Like, this team is just, it's been too many instances where I've seen them play better than what they did in the second half of that game last week. Or
the point is, we know that this team is the best team in the league. They had such a bad second half. Like, do I toss it because it's such an outlier? You know, like it's just such an ugly half basketball for their standard. I don't know if I could actually use that moving forward.
And the first half is where they normally play their best basketball. Again, 3-17-2, their worst basketball. They normally play it in the first half, not the second half. So, yeah, they just get back right and they continue to do what they do, which is suck on the road in the first half, and then they figure it out, start hooping, come back and get a win.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, wait. Underdog. Underdog. Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, let's do player props and underdog. We can do all that together. But what props do you like for this one?
I got to go back to Courtney. I mentioned her last game. Just keep taking the PRA. Her PRA has been really, really underpriced for the series so far. 25.5 now. She's had 36 plus in each of the first 2 games. And it's not even like one stat's going crazy, the others doing nothing. She had 7 assists, 8 rebounds in game 1, 9 assists and 7 rebounds in game 2, along with 20 plus points. They can't guard her. Courtney's getting whatever the hell she wants on the court. In fact, we kind of thought Fee would have a bigger series up to this point. Courtney's been fantastic. So I'll keep taking Courtney. 25.5 PRA. Give me the over.
Yeah, I can't argue it.
I don't know why I would stop taking it. She's flying over this number every time.
Yeah. All right. Can we not take Fee out the game this time?
I'm hoping they overcorrect and they barely pull her at all in the entire game.
Because she was cooking.
Yeah. I mean, she had 24 points, and you look at her minutes compared to normal. She played 38 minutes last game, which includes overtime, of course. So, you know, I don't know. I feel like in a game like that, you should be playing minimum 35 in reg. Minimum.
All right, I'll run feedback. Let's go to Alyssa Thomas. I will also... I think this is the triple-double game.
Okay.
Regardless, win, lose, or draw. I think this is the triple-double game. I think the defense is going to be well enough that we get enough shot, especially on the perimeter, that we get enough misses for the rebounds, especially on the defense side of the ball for her. The assists are always there. The points are always there. She's not afraid, and she's going and being very, very aggressive, scoring the basketball here. So I like her for the points easily. I think there's a good chance that we can get the triple-double game here. So I like PRA over. That number is at 34.5. She got 40 last game and took the over there. Run it again. I think that she's in for about the same script, either flirting with or right there at triple-double, or actually gets the triple-double.
Yeah, so I'm going to go to a Phoenix player. I'll take Satu. I'll take the over 6.5 rebounds. I see plus 118. She's been good lately. I called her out all season for not rebounding, and she's been listening because she's had at least 7 rebounds in 4 of the last 5 games. So since the playoffs came around, she started rebounding again, which is nice to see. You're looking at her numbers against the Lynx, historically speaking. They're also good. She's had at least 8 rebounds in 4 of the last 5 games against the Lynx. So I like the combo there. Give me Satu over 6.5 rebounds at plus 118.
And who else steps up? I think we get a Kalia Copper game here. Yeah, give me Kalia Copper to go over 13.5. That's too low. I understand she had the 8-point game last time out. I get it.
No, but she has volume. We know that she's a flamethrower too.
And she's came alive with a big 3 when they needed her. Really big 3 towards the end of that game. So
yeah.
again, we're talking about momentum carrying. They allowed him in the game. Now the Mercury are going to use that momentum and carry it forward. Give me Cleocopter to go over 13.5 points. I actually feel really good about that. This is going to be the Ka big game, especially back at home.
I've always, once again, thought that Kalia is a player that's too dangerous to put below like 14.5.
Yeah.
Because in any quarter, she could have 10.
Yeah.
So 13.5 is pretty low.
It's really low, right?
Yeah. For her, it definitely is. Because we know that even if she's missing shots, she's not going to stop shooting. She has unwavering confidence.
I was looking at that like, dang, like,
yeah.
I feel like she gets that a lot. And she does, by the way, 58% on the year. So you make money if you bet 13.5 every single, the odds change, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Boom. What else?
I think that's all I got.
What about Sammy?
Thought about it. I was wondering if this was the classic game where you hit the insane 3 and then you immediately go 0 for 6 the game after, but no, she's been hot lately. Like, it's tough to go against her. She's the best shooter on the team. I'll put it this way: the Lynx have not done a great job of keeping her under containment, so maybe that's an adjustment they make. We'll see. It's at 8.5. I'd rather take the 1.5 threes. I don't really know how Sammy's getting to 9 without hitting 2 threes. So I'll just take the 2 threes instead. But I wanted to go for the under off of such an insane moment, such a high. I kind of wanted to buy. I kind of wanted to sell high on her. But unfortunately, I think the number, based on her hit rates lately, is too low at 8.5. So I'm going to pass, but I think I'd rather go with the 1.5 threes, if anything.
Mike Thompson saying West Belt threes. I don't even think I've dug into.
I don't really have any thoughts on that, to be honest.
Let me see. Well, you get to pull the rebounders out of the paint if you. I don't have a line on that. Do you have a line on that?
I don't. I'll throw out one more though. I'll take Kayla. I'll take her threes at 2.5. Plus money, plus 112. She has made 4 in each of the first 2 games in the series. She's made at least 3 3-pointers in 7 of the last 9. And we know that volume should be there. She's had at least 8 attempts in each of the first 2 games. I don't mind Kayla. She's been great so far in the series. I feel like we haven't been talking about her that much because you got Fee and Courtney's been going crazy as well. But give me Kayla over 2.5 threes at plus 112.
Let me see. Sorry, I got caught up on the West Belt threes and I started digging into it. Interesting. I wonder if that's at like half a 3. And then if it is, 2 would be interesting. If it's at 1.5, I would not play it. But if it's at half and 2 is at some crazy plus money, might be a little degenerate enough for me. Just might. Depends. I have to find out. See. Fee going off, they ruined her birthday. Yeah, man. It really did. And it was the Lynx's fault partially too. All right. Now we're talking about Underdog. Let's go ahead and throw it in an Underdog entry. Let's see here. We could try to get 500 times our entry. Let's see how far we can go. We're not going to go that far. What do we want to throw in Underdog?
I mean, I kind of just want to run back Courtney. I don't think there's a reason why I should stop taking her PRA. The rebounds and the assists have been there. And she's at 20 plus in both games. So I don't mind going for a PRA.
So what if, devil's advocate, what if this is the game where she can't hit the broadside of a barn? Because we know those happen.
The point is, even if she ends up dropping 12, can she get 14 RA? She actually might be able to. She's been going crazy on the rebounds and assists.
Okay.
I just see a couple of scripts to get there for her.
PRA, Courtney Williams. I was just making sure devil's advocate,
I get it.
Let's see. Who else do we want to throw up in the play? Is there an Odyssey Sims line up here? Let's see. I like the Odyssey play.
I mean, 10.5 does sound very short for Odyssey. They should have her number.
Yep, there we go. Odyssey. Let's throw higher up there for Odyssey. Higher on the points, rebounds, and assists for Courtney Williams. One more.
I mean, did you want to do something with Asia?
We can. Asia or AT?
Your call. I mean, you think it's a triple-double game. You want to pick AT at home?
Yeah, I do think it's a pretty big AT game at home here.
All right.
Oh, and we're getting a better number, 33.5. Look at that.
Okay.
Good call. Good call, Scott. All right, Odyssey Sims, higher 10.5 points. Alyssa Thomas, higher 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And Courtney Williams, higher 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Add that all in Underdog, shake it up, you get 6.15x. $100 gets you $615 up there. Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. All right, Scott, anything else for the people before we get up out of here?
Yes, you forgot the second ad read.
Oh, crap, we did. I forgot we were in the middle of an Underdog ad read. Yeah, by the way, make sure you use that promo code. Like I said, play $5, get $50 in bonus funds. NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Introduce the weekly leaderboard. Hey, $1,000 each week on Rhythm. All you got to do is track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build. And you have a chance for $1,000 each week. I mean, you might as well. Might as well. What? You can win some free money for sure. Make sure you head over there. Use that promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right. Lock, dog. Lock. How do I want to do this? Actually, give me Kelsey Mitchell at home. Complete
Okay,
swerve
I did not
there.
see that coming.
Complete swerve there. I knew I had you on your toes. I knew I was leading you one direction in thought, and complete swerve. Kelsey Mitchell over 20.5 at home. They can't stop her. We got lucky. We got lucky that she was missing because a lot of those were open. It wasn't like that. It was some great defensive game plan. It was just some missed open shots there. So she gets back right. She gets back right in the home crowd. If I can trust anybody in Indiana, I know it's Kelsey Mitchell. Over 20.5 points. Dog. Phoenix first half, Minnesota money line plus 550.
All right. For my lock, give me the Aces minus the points. I think at the end of the day, they're the better team. I think that they got the wake-up call they needed, and I think they'll be able to take care of business here. Maybe Indiana gets off to a decent start, but unless Mitchell goes crazy, they have no chance. And Boston has been MIA for a decent portion of the series. Give me the Aces minus 4.5 as my lock. That's a minus 105. For the dog, give me the Lynx 1-10 at plus 140. Not going to get too creative with it. I think it's a close game. I think it comes down to the wire. But I do think Minnesota's the better team, and I think barring an all-time collapse from one of the best teams we've seen all year, they'd be up 2-0. They'd be probably laying more points in this game. I think the Lynx win the game, but I think Phoenix does come out with a purpose at home. Give me the Lynx to win the game 1-10 at plus 140 as my dog.
All right. Brian, getting timeout for comments like that on this show. Get in timeout, man. Let me put the comment on the screen for the people that are here late so they want to know what the comment was.
I wonder if Anthony Richardson would be 3-0. What?
Probably. I think so, actually.
I don't think they beat Denver, but who knows?
I mean, they wouldn't have beat
Tennessee.
Denver. They would not
stunk.
have beaten Denver if it wasn't for some weird leverage call.
Yeah,
they were supposed to lose that game, so that would have been all in the script. They're really supposed to be 2-1, but it's okay. If they lose that game, we're not happy. Nobody's in here like Colts 2-1 if they lose that game. It was the leverage call. Rams this weekend. Good bet. All right, Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
No, once again, games are not tonight. They are tomorrow. So we did the show a bit earlier than usual. Hopefully you like it. We gave you a lot of time to place your bets. And no matter what happens here, we're back for game 4 because we're tied 1-1. So we've no risk of a sweep. We're back for game 4.
Is the state of Indiana calling him Indiana Jones not copyright? Is that not copyright? There's no trademark, no nothing on Indiana Jones. They could just do that.
You can do whatever you want. I know, unfortunately for Belichick, he couldn't trademark Gold Digger because Kanye couldn't trademark it either. So I don't really know what the rules are for trademarking, but it's a catchy name, Indiana Jones. I think it's pretty cool.
Scott, your humor kills me at times, man. Oh, I didn't see a Kanye West pull from there. I did not
throwing it out
know
there.
how you were
The
gonna
term's
get
been
that.
around for longer than that, but if you're going to trademark a term, it can't be from a Kanye song like 20 years prior. That kind of ruins the point, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx.
This is hilarious. All right, that's it. He's at Retro Radio. I'm at really raw __. Make sure you give me a follow on X. Give Scott a follow as well. NBA around the corner. Zion skinny. A lot of recovery on the table.
We can save that for the win total breakdowns. I agree with Jeff Teague. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, I so agree with Jeff Teague.
I think Jeff Teague hit it right on the money.
Also, 6 days of recovery every week, and apparently you still have a chance to play this year after tearing your ACL. Or not ACL, Achilles, according to...
No, Kai's a different being, isn't he?
We'll see.
That's crazy. Getting shots up and everything.
Yeah, but Jason Tatum thinking he's playing basketball this year is insane to me.
Oh, you mean Tatum? I meant Kyrie, who was doing some shoot around stuff.
Kyrie, cool. I can understand. Tatum thinks he's playing basketball. Dame, meanwhile, Dame is out here. First of all, did you see? I'm sorry, I know we're closing the show out. Did you see they have an Achilles group chat?
I did not see that.
So Jason Tatum was talking about how he reached out to Tyrese Halliburton and DeJounte Murray and Damian Lillard because they all had the same injury, and they were talking about where they were in recovery because they're all kind of near each other. And yeah, there's definitely an Achilles group chat out there.
For the record, I think that's a nice concept, but that's the most Jason Tatum
it's literally
the story I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh,
but I respect the gesture.
By the way, Jason Tatum's not playing basketball this year. I am willing to put a good amount of money on Jason.
Even if he wants to, I doubt Boston, the front office.
Why would you let him? Why would you let him? Just take the year off. Gosh, everybody wants to be good every single year. Oh my gosh. Everybody else just suck and let the Knicks be good for 1 year. That's it. One. And then I promise you we can go back in obscurity and we will never do anything else again.
I'm confused though. If Tatum's coming back, then how is Anthony Simons going to get his shots?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
I think he's coming off the bench and he's going to accept it.
I don't think he has a choice, to be fair.
No, I don't think he has a choice either, but do you think he's going to accept it? There's a lot of... I can't wait for him.
You got to remember, I think he's in a contract year because Boston could opt out. So
no, so he wants to get his shots up. He wants.
That's what I'm saying is that he's auditioning. He might be trying to get a bigger contract.
I might have to bet him all year because I know he's auditioning.
Oh, he's walking off the bench just chucking. Him and Chris are going to.
And the fact that he knows he can shoot three, there might not be a three that he doesn't think is good this year.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm probably going to bet he's over threes every game. Because he's coming off the bench, he'll be at like 1.5, maybe 2.5 when he starts catching fire. Like, come on. All right. Sorry, we're going to let you out of here. No else say, no else do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to like this. We are out of here. By the way, Jeff Teague said that Zion, bro, why are we talking about this? You were supposed to be healthy. We're only talking about this because you was out of shape.